Right. First of all, CPQ stands for configure, price, and quote. Okay. So, as Kanchan told, and it is a quotation tool. Right. So, to do the quotation part, we have something else, right? So, what we do the quotation, right? We have to do the quotation for one of our product, like some of our products, like that is a C. Okay, C stands for configure of products. We'll go deep in a bit. P stands for pricing, right? So for the products which you are configuring, right? So we need to uh, price them, right? So we can't sell it for free. So we need to price the products, and along with when we are doing the pricing part, we might have some discounts to offer for our customers. So that pricing, that discounting, everything comes under P, pricing part, and the last quotation. So once we have all the products and their prices and the discounts are in place, right? We can go and we can create a code document for the customer. So it's a high level definition. So yes, configure, price, and code. So configure is first of all, let me tell you, this is a managed package, right? So if you know the Salesforce, right? Salesforce have many managed packages. So Salesforce CPQ is one of their managed packages, right? So it's like an extension of your Sales Cloud, right? Normal, the leads, account, contact, opportunities, right? So it's an extension of that. Till opportunity, we use the normal sales cycle, sales cloud, Salesforce sales cloud. From opportunity, we create the quote. Okay, so it's an extension to the normal sales cycle, Salesforce sales cycle, right? So just remember, it's an important point. Okay, so this is not an entire new application. This is just a managed package, which is an extension to the sales cloud. Okay, now again, what is a sales cloud? You know, right? You are familiar, if you are familiar with the admin concepts, right? Whatever you learn in the admin, right? So those are all comes under the sales cloud, like from leads, right? Account, contact, opportunity. So these are all the flow, right? So flow of the sales cycle. So once till we have the opportunity in place, then on top of the opportunity, we create the code. So from that, Salesforce takes over. From opportunity, Salesforce CPQ will takes over and will create a quote on top of opportunity. Okay, again, this is a very high level. We'll go in detail in some time. Okay, so C stands for configure. So configure the products and services according to their characteristics. So depending on our client, depending on our mode of business, right? So if you are offering any hardware products, right, like vehicles, like Wi-Fi routers, desktop monitors, so we'll configure those sort of products. And according to that, we have the fields. I mean, we can create the fields in the product object, right? So if you're doing with any services in the sense like this Amazon Prime, Netflix, these are all subscriptions, right? The DTH, or you're working for any telecommunication projects, we have many offers, right? Broadband and the copper, fiber. So these are all the services. I mean, these are all not hardware products which we can't see physically, right? So depending on that products you are dealing with, we configure those, I mean, to their characteristics, in the sense, characteristics in the mean the fields. Okay, how it differs, right? The same product, a hardware product might have different fields, right? Different attributes basically, and the services, like what we discussed, like telecommunication, broadband, fiber, copper, they might have some different attributes, right? So those attributes or characteristics are nothing but the fields which we can create in the product object, right? So then once the products are in place, right, we need to configure the prices for the products and services which we created in the first place, right? So set prices depending on the base prices and the possible discounts, like we discussed earlier, right? So P stands for pricing, and it's not only pricing, we can set some sort of discounts for our customers as well. Like say, if we want to give the real example, if you are purchasing any product in a retail way, like you are purchasing only 1 to 10 quantity, or maybe 50 quantity, you'll not get much discount, right? If the product is costing $10, if you're purchasing 5 quantity, you need to pay $50, you'll not get much discount. But Mostly the Salesforce CPQ deals with the B2B, right? I mean, business to business deals, not business to customer. In normal general business to customer, you will not get much discounts. But if it is a B2B deal, the deal size is a bigger deal, right? So you will not go for 5 or 10 quantity. You will go for like a maybe in a bulk way, like 1,000 or 5,000, like 10,000. These many products you order. So since you are ordering that many products, you will expect some sort of discounts, right? So that's one of the discount we have. We have a discount schedule object. Using that, we can schedule the discount automatically. So that is one of the most advanced feature offered by the Salesforce CPQ application. And then the last and important thing is a quote, like a great quote accordingly to the configured products and respective prices, like whatever we configure in the products and services and the prices and the discounts, everything we need to show to the customer, right? Let's say customer order like 20 different products, right? 20 different products in a 20 different quantities. Like how can we show the customer the total price? In a piece of paper, right? In a piece of paper, actually, we want to put it everything. The price, I mean, what is a single unit, what is the cost of the per unit, right? So if you're purchasing this much quantity, we are offering this much discount. So everything we need to showcase on the paper to the client, right? So then we send that quotation to the customer or the client, and then if we are okay, and if they are okay, right? If they're okay with all the prices and discounts which we are offering, then they will sign it and they will send it to us, right? Then the deal is closed. I mean, this and all comes under the negotiation. To do that negotiation, we need to have this code document in place. So right, so yeah, that's what we'll do here. Create codes according to the configured products and the respective prices. It's a simple. And if I go here, this is CPQ high level flow. As I told before, account opportunity till here, account and opportunity till here, the sales cycle will in place. Like if I have to give you from the base point, right? If you are hard about the marketing cloud, right? So what is a what marketing cloud does is it will it will do the campaignings and it will generate the leads, right? Then leads, and then all the campaigns information will be forwarded to the shared with the sales team, from marketing team to sales team. Sales team duty is to convert that leads information into account contact opportunity. So they will do all type of calls to the leads, like sir, you interested in our product in this campaign, right? If you are okay to purchase our product, like, right? So all these discussions happen in the sales cloud. Then once the opportunity is created, right? All the once the opportunity is created, then CPQ, Salesforce CPQ comes into the picture, and we can create the code, right? And on after code got created, we can create an order from the code with a single click. Okay, see how easy it is. I mean, with a single click, you can create an order. Once the order is created, right, and then from the order, we can create a contract. Okay, so contract is nothing but the binding agreement between you and your customer. Like say, if they are willing to go with you one of your plans, subscription plan, right, or broadband plan, like 6 months or 1 year or 2 years. So there should be some kind of legal agreement, right? So I mean, yeah, we call it as a contract here. So both will be signed and every details will be available in the contract. Then in future, right? So I'll tell you what is an amendment, what is a renewal. Amendment is, see, let's say there is a contract, right? There is a contract in place for a subscription product, for a broadband plan, or else you took an Amazon Prime subscription, which is of for 1 year period. Okay, so you used it for 6 months and you come back and told, along with Amazon Prime, you want some Lionsgate or some channel, okay, which is not free. Okay, if you want, you need to contact Amazon Prime and you need to pay some extra amount for that Lionsgate channels or something. right? So what you can do is you can reach out to the Amazon customer care, and you can ask them, I need this Lionsgate channel as well along with my Amazon Prime subscription, but I already paid for 1 year. Is there a way possible that I can add this Lionsgate to the existing contract? Right? Yes, you can do. Then we will do the amendments. Right? Amendment is changes to the existing contract in the middle of the term. In the middle of its term, if you're doing any kind of changes to a contract in the middle of its term, we call it as an amendment. Simple. Right. Then renewal is something like, yeah, 1 year, 2022, 2022, like 2 years you paid for a subscription plan, and it is done. I mean, it is expired. Like if you want to continue the service, what you need to do, you need to the renewal. You need to renew your service. So that is a renewal. So CPQ gives everything in automation. We can do the renewals, automate as well, but amendments, it's very easy. I mean, I don't know any other systems makes that easy, but Salesforce CPQ, using Salesforce CPQ, amendment process is very simple. Okay, this is very high level flow. Again, once the amendment, for even if you're doing the amendments, right, if you're doing the renewals, right, so this is the last stage of the CPQ renewal. So once the customer is willing to renew his services, right, for him again a renewal opportunity will get created and the same cycle continues. Okay, remember, I mean, these words might be newer to you, but it's just a high level flow. We'll discuss in detail. Okay, so just remember, this is a complete end-to-end Salesforce CPQ cycle. So in between these, there are many steps which we will see in a bit. So this is also one of the high level flow. If you will start from here, configure products and services, the prices, and the quotation, which we use to show all the products and their prices as the customer needed, and then generate a proposal. Proposal is nothing but a code document in a PDF format, and then yes, the negotiations happen. And yeah, if there are any approvals in place, right, we have advanced approvals concepts as well about, I mean, as a part of these sessions, we'll cover them. So that will go to the concerned persons for approval, right? If that depends, there are many conditions to create an approval process. Let's say there is a discount which is greater than 10%, right? In between 10 to 15%, this will go to the immediate manager, my manager, right? And if it is a more than 15, like 15 to 20, it will go to the again senior manager. Like if it is about 20, then it should go to the sales manager directly. So according to that, we will write the approval conditions depending on the discounts we are giving. And then the last thing is order. All the approvals are finalized, right? Then we can create an order from the quote. Right. Yes, this is the cycle, how it goes. And these are the detailed steps. Okay, at this point, this may looks a bit heavy to you, but yeah, this is the complete flow, the steps, like from starting to ending, right? So these are the complete 13 to 14 steps, I guess it will be there. Yes, start with an account details, then opportunity, then creating the code, quote line editor. I will tell you what is a quote line editor. It's a page where we add all the products, right? And we'll save the configuration, add and configure some products, then QLE screen and save the code. Once all the required products are added to this quote line editor page, you can just click on save. All right. So, and then once the code is saved, we can create an order using the create order button, right? And review the code document, talk about sections and contents. Like when I say the code document, right, it is not a simple piece of paper, right? Customer may want some sort of customizations to it, like what kind of logo to be shown, and what is the address to be made, right? So they might have many addresses. So the addresses which he prefers, like a billing address might be the different and shipping address might be the different. So that and all we'll discuss, and what kind of sections we need to show. Like there are many different sections, right, in the code document. So we can customize those sections. So and the content. So what kind of content that needs to be shown, right? So if the product details, let's say the customer don't want to show the product description, right? So we can do that. Okay, we can remove that column so that it will be hidden in the code document, right? So these kind of things we can do using the code document. So the code life cycle, yeah, as I told, right? So the code has to be approved first, right? So it might have to go for some approval processes, right? Submit for approval, then change status in the sense the code status. Like we have some default statuses like sent for approval, approved, rejected, right? So we can do that automate as well. So once the manager is approved the approval request, right? So automatically change the status to approved. If he is rejected, then change the status automatically to rejected. Once the code is saved, right? So as soon as the code is saved, we can trigger the approval process. So once that approval process is triggered and the code is submit for approval, then change this status to submit for approval automatically. We can do all this stuff for using the automations. Then generate the document and send via e-signature, right? We can then it's a click of a button. Once this document in place, right? Once we done with the skeleton or the draft of the code document, we can generate the document automatically with the click of a button and send via e-signature. We don't have this e-signature feature as a part of our out-of-the-box code document, but we do have other managed packages like DocuSign, right? We can integrate the Salesforce CPQ with the DocuSign or CongoSign, any other signature systems that are compatible with the Salesforce. We can integrate them and then we can send it for e-signature as well. But out of the box, CPQ does not support e-signature facilities, features. Okay. Then generate an order. Once the order is in place, generated and activated, then we can create a contract from it. If the order is not activated, right, then you cannot create a contract. Okay, then once the contract in place, right, then on top of the contract, you can perform the amendments. So like I said before, amendment is nothing but any changes we are trying to do it on an existing contract in middle of its term. Okay, then generate renewal opportunity and then renewal quote. If there is no amendments required, right, then from that contract we can just create a renewal opportunity and the renewal quote. So renewal opportunity will be created automatically because renewal opportunity is used to calculate the forecast. Right, forecast is nothing but the expectations. Like this year, the customer opted for this service, right? We assume he might go with the same service in the next year as well. So we forecast the revenue like that is used to compare. So this year revenue with the next year revenue. Right. So for that renewal opportunity will be very helpful. Then a renewal quoted. So once the renewal quote is created, then from here, right, it's the same process again. It's a cycle that continues. Okay. Then why CPQ? So there are two things, right? So we discussed what CPQ can do and what are the features in CPQ, but why we need CPQ in the first place. We'll look into it. So shorten your sales cycle. So one of the thing is shorten your sales cycle, then improve quoting productivity. Shorten your sales cycle in the sense like you don't have to see. I'll tell you how people used to perform these quotation activities like these operations before CPQ software. So how they used to do is they used to get the product details from their manufacturer. Let's say we are working on some laptop manufacturer company like a Lenovo, let's assume. So we, as a sales rep, I don't have the information handy what are all the products that Lenovo has uh, uh, developed, right? I don't have any idea. I'm just a sales rep. I'm a sales guy who do the sales activities. Okay, I don't know anything that technically, like what kind of RAM, I mean, what is a hard disk? It's SSD or it's a hard drive. I mean, these things I'm not sure, right? So what I'll do in a monthly, twice or thrice, I'll send out an email to the development team and maybe the product development team saying, can you send me the list of all your products that are available in the system, right? And which is not expired. So daily, some products might get expired, right? They stopped manufacturing those products because they are outdated. There are many reasons for that. And and daily, they might be creating new products. So I'll send out an email saying, send me all the products, all the latest products which you have right now in your system, or which you have in your storage place, right? So I'll get that, and along with that, for the prices, right, I need to contact some other team, right? So the development team is only do the development, right? They don't know the pricing. So there is another team for pricing, which have an idea on the market prices, right? Like sorry, like what is the price Dell is providing, right? What is the price that HP is providing for the same configuration? Then they will compare Lenovo their own product with the market products prices, and they will price it accordingly. Then I need to send out an email to the pricing department. Okay, so these are all the products that I got from our product development team. Can you please price them? Okay, can you please provide the prices for the products, right? So that we can do. Then I need to send out another email to the discounting team. There might be the manager sitting around, and all the discountings has to be come from via his hand, right? So once the products and the prices are in place, then I will uh, combine those two in a single document, and I will send out a formal mail to the sales manager saying, hey, these are the pricing details for these products. So customer, if customer asks for discounts, how much can I give? How much can I go for? Right, I can't give 50% or 30% discounts on my own, right? So I'm just a sales rep. I'll just sell the products. But what is the maximum discount I can provide for these products? I need to get it from my manager. So I'll send out an email to the manager, and then he will say what this product 10% we can give, and yeah, blah blah blah. All these discounts I'll get. So once I have all this information in place, and then now the customer call me. Okay, the customer call to the Lenovo company as a sales rep. I pick up a call. Let's say he wants a quotation. He wants a quotation for 1,000 laptops with a different configuration, i5, right, i7, i10. So with the different SSD, and some laptops he wants only hard drive, hard disk, not SSDs. So as a sales rep, I'll note down all these requirements with a piece of pen and paper, or in Excel sheet, or in a notepad. Then I'll ask him, okay, can you call me 2 days later? Okay, why we need 2 days here? Because there is 1,000 products with different configurations. For them, you need to price it, right? You need to create an Excel sheet, formal Excel sheet with all the products and their quantity. You need to create all the headers and the columns, right? And he needs to do some kind of formulas as well, like the discounts. Whenever this product is this price, then give 10%. Okay, whenever the quantity is greater than 100, give extra 10% discount. So he needs time. Once he created the code, right, in a single day might be, then he need to send it out to his manager. Okay, so these are the this is the quotation I made for this customer. Can you please review it and suggest, I mean, any changes, right? So this is not the only quote his manager has to review, right? There are many sales rep working with many customers. So just imagine how many documents he has to go through in a day, right? It may get delayed, right? So some this is only 1,000 laptops. Some might have 2,000 laptops or 10,000 laptops, maybe different products as well. Say then there might be many managers working, but at least it will take a day, right? So total 2 days. is been wasted. Now again, the third day, when the sales rep reach out to the customer and asked him right about the quote, and the customer is not happy because since he's asking 1,000 laptops and for the way discounts, right? See, the customer not only come to the Lenovo, he might have go to the Dell HP as well, right? Compared to their quotes, let's say Lenovo quoted extra. I mean, the amount is extra, right? Then customer says, no, no, same kind of things I'm getting like $100 below from HP. So then sales rep is not ready to I mean lost this deal, right? So he again reach out to the sales manager and says, customer is expecting some $100 extra discount, and this is a market competition. What can we do? Then manager will say, yeah, we can give $100 extra discount. Again, it will take in 1 day. Let's see how many days here. So it's a 3 to 4 days, right? So with help of CPQ system, sales rep may not need to reach out to any team. Okay. So he just with a click, he will see what are all the products available. Once the product is selected, automatically prices will derive. Once the quantity is being updated, automatically the discounts will give within a seconds, right? It will not take more than 2 minutes. See how much faster this CPQ helps the sales reps to make their life easy, right? So because sales is in 3 days before he's closing only one deal, but within these 3 days of time now using CPQ, how many deals he can close? Just imagine, right? So that is a shorten the sales cycle, right? So improve quoting productivity. So before they're using Excel sheets, which if he type a formula wrong, one digit wrong, right? So instead of 1 0, he may add two zeros, right? Instead of two zeros, he might have given only 1 0. So that is a revenue loss, right? So that is a mistake on the quoting, right? So it's an Excel sheet, right? There is always a chance to go something wrong. So to now, since the CPQ in place, everything is automated, right? So there is no chance of for such errors, right? Then boost sales team performance. Obviously, without all these hectic tasks like reaching out to this team, that team, so they no need to depend upon anyone. Everything is in the system. They can just go and they'll just see and they'll just create the code. That's all. That will increase the efficiency, reduce order and quoting errors, obviously, reduce training. You need not to tell them train on Excel formulas, nothing, right? No need to reach out to this team, that team in this time. So something, if the discount they're asking more than 100, so reach out to that manager. So these type of complications are not available. Automatically, the development team created the approval process in place. So once the discount is greater than some extent, right, it will create an approval process automatically. So increase the lead conversion rate. Yes, because it's very less time consuming, right? So customer will be interested towards the Lenovo because they're providing the services very fast and accurately without errors. Obviously, so obviously the word will spread in the market. Yes, this is very good team. They are providing much faster. So all the new customers will show interest in purchasing our products. That will increase the lead conversion rate. Fast in configuration, obviously, instead of going with these legacy these notepads, Excel sheets, using an application, using of these fields, right? We can just create the products, configure the products in a quick pace. Then generation of quote, obviously, then a 28% reduction in sales cycle team. Like this is the time, okay, before CPQ. When we compare the average time of completing a sale, right, before and after, so there is a 28% notable time difference. They're saying like let's say there is 100 minutes taking before CPQ. 100 minutes is a time, average time to close a deal, to close a sale. Now it is reduced to how much? It's 72 minutes. It is taking only 72 minutes. See, it's a progress, right? So then obviously if there is a time, less time taking, then sale will be the maximum. Increase. That is a maximize the sale. So these advantages are only CPQ, right? So why we need CPQ is these steps because of these points. Now, why we need Salesforce CPQ? There are many vendors, right, providing CPQ solutions, CPQ applications. Like now, this is uh, Steelbrick, right? Steelbrick CPQ has been acquired by Salesforce, and they rename it to Salesforce CPQ. So and we have Aptus CPQ, and we have Conga CPQ. There are many competitors in the market. Then instead of all these competitors, why we need Salesforce CPQ is under Salesforce brand. Okay, anywhere the customer, it's a brand, right? So there is a trust. If it is a reputed brand, there will be a trust, right? So obviously that helps. Then Sales Cloud and CPQ compatibility. Let's say if you're going with Conga CPQ or Aptus CPQ, they don't have their own sales cycle, right? So if they need to integrate with Salesforce typically, right? So after integrating, then they need to integrate this opportunity, sales cycle opportunity object with their own opportunity, I mean, with their own objects, right? Because they are not in the same system, they are not belongs to same family. But since the CPQ is the same family, right, Salesforce family, this integration work will be very less, and it is very easy. Trust me, when we install the managed package in the CPQ, right, you do nothing. Okay, everything will be integrated automatically. You just have to go and you just have to create a code. That is all. And then vendor management. And let's say if you're going with the non-CPQ solution, let's say we're going with Aptus or any Conga CPQ, right? So there is something wrong. Let's say your code is not getting generated. Okay, the code is not getting generated, or some other issue, right? So you raised a case with Aptus. Okay, you reach out to the customer care of Aptus and explain your problem. Let's say, yes, I'm unable to generate the code. What might be the cause? Then they will take 2 days and they will say, no, there is nothing wrong from our end. Can you reach out to your sales cycle? I mean, CRM, Salesforce CRM, right? And they might be using some other CRMs as well. So when you reach out to that team, they will take another 2 days and they will say, nothing wrong from our end. There is something wrong with your CPQ system. Right. So this will go round and round and round and round without any particular resolution. Of course, it will take many days, maybe in general. But now with the Salesforce CPQ, everything will be dealt with the Salesforce only, from lead conversion, like Marketing Cloud, Sales Cloud, CPQ. And if you want to go to the quote to cash as well, we have Salesforce billing. Okay, all these belongs to a same vendor, right? Salesforce, right? You need not to write a different cases or for different issues. Even if you're facing issue in the Marketing Cloud, you will write a case with the Salesforce. Even if if you're having an issue with the Salesforce CPQ, you just write a case with the Salesforce, and they will not say this is a lead conversion problem, this is opportunity conversion problem. Whatever the problem it is, Salesforce will take it up and they will dig into it and they will give a resolution, right? And trust me, I mean, that time, okay, the time they will take also, it's very less. Okay, it's in a day or two, they will revert with their comments. And if they are ready to go with the calls as well, if you're a partner to if your company is a partner to the Salesforce, they will resolve it in a sooner way, right? And then a simple and easy configuration, price book and discounts. Yes, compared to other CPQs, right? This is a very easy. I mean, the configuration is very easy and rapid implementation. I said, right, is marketing, sales, and CPQ in a single platform, right? So this implementation from Sales Cloud to CPQ will be very easy. Right. So these are all I have for the demo, and these are the topics we're going to cover as a part of these sessions. I hope these topics are already shared by you. Right. So yeah, these are from certification point of view. These are the weightage, guys. Okay. So from products and bundles, basically the configuration part will get 32%, and the pricing and discounting, the P part will be 39%, and the code documents and code templates will be a 15%. And in general, okay, in general, CPQ platform questions, they will go with the 15%. Okay. Okay, I'm done.